All right, hi guys. Back here today again, and so we're going to talk about the Las Vegas Formula One race. This is going to be interesting because we don't have a lot of information on what's going to be happening because both practice and qualifying were pretty much just shit shows. So it didn't really give us much information about what's going to happen on track here tonight. It's going to be interesting because it's a night race, which is unusual. Obviously, we only have two of those in the whole season, and then it's also a downtown city race, so it's very tight. Passing is going to be very difficult, and I think we're definitely going to see some yellow flags. So before we get to the top three picks, let me just explain. Yes, a tight race. We already had, like in practice, a red flag because of the damn manhole covers flying up again, like last year. I mean, for God's sakes, you know you're going to have F1 cars going over these. Lock down the goddamn manholes. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, what are you doing, Las Vegas? I think that, again, we didn't really show much due to these red flags, and we had yellow flags due to the rain and people going off. And I think that's going to play into some strengths to some drivers, others not so much. So let's go ahead and just say the top three picks for me. Now, what we have starting today is, of course, Lando Norris in first place on pole position. And you got Verstappen in second, Sainz from the Williams team in third, and then you got Russell from Mercedes picking up fourth. And then after that, you've got Piastri and Lawson and so on. I think we're not going to see a big change up front. I think as much as I'm rooting for Norris, I think he's going to play second. I think Max is going to take first place. And I think Russell is going to move up from fourth to third. As much as, it's nice to see Sainz doing something with the Williams team. I mean, they certainly need it. I don't think he's going to be able to retain that third place. Russell, which is way too quick in the qualifyings. It was just he was doing great. So that's the top three picks for me. Is Verstappen coming in first, Norris in second, Russell in third. That said, I do have a caveat. So my caveat here is there are going to be yellow flags. And I know some of the teams are already planning on this based on their tire choices. So when we see what they used for the qualifying, because of course they have to reuse some of these tires for the actual race. So I think Aston Martin, for example, you actually saw that you know Alonso had moved up great, and I think that's quite honestly, for once, Stroll actually did some really good stuff out there. I can't believe I'm saying that about Stroll. But Lance actually did go out there and test, the different tires and was able to get Alonso up on the grid. So I know they're planning on, yellow flags. I think there's going to be yellow flags. I mean, with such a tight race and it's at night, I mean, you have to understand, racing in a downtown circuit like this at night, where you have all the glare from all the lights overhead. It's not like racing in during the day. It's. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it. And I mean, I've raced a lot of cars. I've done 24-hour races. I've raced GT40s. I've done a lot of stuff. I would never get behind the wheel of a Formula One car, and hell no would I ever do that in a downtown circuit at night. For God's sakes, these people are crazy. So anyway, so those are the top picks. Now I do have some opinions about what's going to happen in the rest of the field as well. So here they are. So for the rest of the field, I think we're going to see some interesting things. First off, uh, again, like I said, I don't think Sainz is going to be able to hold off Russell. Russell's going to be able to do it. Now Piastri, uh, I know everybody thinks he's going to be moving up the field. I don't think so. I think he's lost confidence. And if he becomes aggressive during the race to try to improve his position, I think he's going to crash out. So I don't think he's going to do well. Either he's going to stay where he is, or he's going to wind up in a wall. So yeah, I don't think things are looking good for Piastri. Now I think both the Red Bulls, not the Red Bull, but the secondary team, the Red Bulls, Lawson and Hajar, I'm sorry, are looking really interesting to watch during the race. They are really moving up, and you've got Alonso, again, from the Aston Martin team, in between them starting out. So it's going to be a really interesting start to the race. Also, watch out for the Haas's. The Haas is going to do well this weekend. I see both those drivers doing well. Now, also, if you're looking for placing some kind of bet on somebody moving up the field, look at Hamilton. Hamilton got screwed. He's starting, what, 19th? So second to last, and that was just due to an accident. He was doing his hot lap during qualifying. There was an accident in front of him, so he couldn't get a good lap in. So he got booted out of qualifying one and couldn't continue. He's going to move up. So if you're looking, I think actually he might get into the points. So I mean that would be huge from 19th to 10th or something, or 9th. Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, look for Hamilton to move up the field for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. Not a whole lot. Again, this is a. It's very hard to call this race. Now, again, if we see these flags, if we have some crashes, it's going to change things entirely. I do see a danger there between Verstappen and Norris because Verstappen's going to be super aggressive. And again, with these tight streets, he's aggressive to the point where he doesn't care if something happens. But he's chasing the championship. For once in the season, he really isn't a contender. And there's only two more races left after this. So he's not looking to, I think, be aggressive to the point where he's going to crash somebody out because he needs the points. But between him and Norris, I think Max is going to take it. So again, Max, first place, Norris, second, and you got Russell in third. That's my picks. Again, difficult to say since we have very little data to work on. But again, if you're looking for the rest of the field, the secondary team, the Red Bulls, the Lawson and Hadjar team, they're going to do well. Also look at the Haas guys, they're going to do well. And again, Hamilton definitely moving up the field. How much, I'm not sure, but I would actually put him in the points. I know that's kind of bold, but I think he would do it. So, all right, good luck with everybody. Enjoy the race, and we'll talk to you next time.